Good luck.
Alright, we're good. We're good.
This is good.
So the first thing our runners are going to be doing is doing the Klungo cutscene skip, the skip that they're going to use to do the Klungo cutscene. I mean, your game audio sounds fine on your VOD, Dick. like, when I was listening to it, when I was searching around, everything sounded exactly fine. So, either way. Alright, so now Icup is going to be joining in here. Perfect. Oh well, at least you started your VOD at the right spot. Alright, so Dick gets blue potion and Icup gets a red potion. So this is going to be a little bit of a lead for... it's hard to tell. It depends on how the shot goes. I want to say Icup at this point, but at the same time, it's like, there's so many different things to consider. Because, I mean, yes, Icup's going to be closer to the loading zone, or the door, but Dick has a long way to go, unless he goes for the shot, in which case he'll be absolutely fine. And he's doing it. He's a madman, he's doing it! Wow, and he actually gets it. So, Dick is going to be the first one for sure into Jinjo Village. Oops. Pause that for a little too long. Nah, whatever, that's close enough. Timers are close enough. Yeah, going for a YOLO shot is definitely a balls to the wall move. Because, I mean, if you fail it, suddenly it's like, oh. Alright, both of them going to be going through the loading zone right about at the same time, so good on Dick for doing the YOLO shot and not losing too much time to having to run to the door. Both of them are going to be going for the jump onto the red house now. Both getting it first try. We got a good start. And yeah, it's, if I say anything wrong, it's gonna be that muscle memory brain taking it over. The newly crowned Duckhiskhan. Something we all saw coming, but knew that it was never gonna happen. And now it actually happened. Now the Duckhiss emote kind of makes sense. If you still got it. So, I'm hoping for a really good race between these two. Both these runners have pretty good times. Icup is sitting with a 43.36, I believe he still has. Meanwhile, Dick has a 44.02, so chances of either runner getting a 43 this race are pretty low because we haven't seen a 43 yet. So if both of them get like mid to low 44s, I think that would be a pretty good race. But of course, that's gonna have to rely on neither player having any big mess ups. I mean, we've seen a lot of runs get shortened a little early to bad stuff happening in Glitter Gulch Mine. People falling off the towers in Power Hut Basement, people falling into the water at the bottom of the waterfall. So, we're hoping to see something good here. But again, when the races come down to people with decent times, it's all about the little things that each one do to gain an upper hand on each other. Like look at that. Dick missed Plateau early, so now he's going to be behind. But, I mean, Icup was slightly ahead in Bottles' house, but he flapped out of Talon Trot and, you know, had a little chat with Bottles' kid, so Icup's not going to get first try. Second try, well, technically first try, but Dick right behind him, both of them having really fast GGM earlies. Both of them technically first try. And Dick hits the warp pad before he goes on the run to the switch, so I mean if Dick catches up and Icup makes a little movement errors here and there, Dick's ahead at the death warp at the end of waterfall, the end of flooded caves. He's gonna have that tiny little edge where he was not gonna have to clear that cutscene. Icup taking a good path around the notes. Finishes the notes at 21 seconds on the timer. It's looking good so far to get a good old 11. Maybe even a 12 if he hurries. Ooh, just barely misses the 12. Can't see the timer on Dick's side, but it looked like it was either a 10 or 11. Yeah. Ooh, Dick having a much better death warp off the waterfall, so he's going to save a little bit of time on Icup there, who falls down. Yours was a 13? How do you even get a 13? I'll see why. Oh, I must have missed something. Alright, so yeah, Dick's gonna be out of there right about the same time. That's the trouble when you're watching two runners do the same thing at the same time, if you miss something subtly. Oh yeah, there goes Dick. Forgot the one note on the other side. There we go. Okay, that's why I missed that part. Alright, so there's a tiny little time loss there. Forgot the route? Oh. You should have went back for that note on the way to Bill Drill. Like, instead of running straight to Bill Drill, run over, grab the note, then jump over and get the note. So that way you wouldn't have to go so far out of your way twice. Icup taking pretty good damage off of the Yeehaw. Dick on his way to go do the same thing. Yeah, whenever I do multiple categories at a time, especially when I used to do no DCW and when I was learning 100%, doing TDL different, because when you're solo Kazooie, the routes are kind of similar, they're just in different order. And so I kept going to the wrong place as solo Kazooie. Alright, Icup the first one out of fuel storage. Dick gonna be joining right behind. And now Icup's gonna be the first one on his way to detonator levitation. Even though Dick did lose quite a bit of time to having to go back to go grab that other note, he's still not that far behind, so he's still well within catch-up range. It's a long way to the finish line, everyone. Both players with very nice detonator levitations. And Icup's out of there. So yeah, from here on out, it's pretty much just a straight line all the way from here to Generator Cavern. Not a whole lot to consider, just, you know, passing by jam jars, gonna build drill a few boulders. I mean, Generator Cavern is still pretty straightforward as well, but There's obviously the problems that could go if the ladder gets a little slippery. But I think most players have a pretty good handle on the setup to grab the ladder on the first try. Ooh, Icup missing his build roll on the boulder, having to do one extra. It's a couple seconds bled away. Ooh, Dick almost does the same thing, but he gets the weird slide down build roll where you slide, but it works anyway. You're clearly build drilling just the ground, but it works. Dick getting a good regrab with his fast setup. He's moving on down. See what happens to Icup in his Power Hut basement. Seen a lot of good memes in Power Hut basement. Wow, Icup with a really fast Power Hut basement. That was a really fast jump off that first lamp. Now we'll see what happens to Dick here. Dick waiting on the lamp just a little bit, just to make sure he doesn't flap out of Talon Trot, but he makes it out just as well. And now he's going to be on his way out of Glitter Gulch Mine in just a second. Runners are only 15 seconds apart, approximately, so the hardest level is yet to come, though. Icup with a really good setup for his fire switch. See if Dick can do the same. Dick with one extra jump, putting him a little far forward. That might be a little... No, that worked just fine. Thought that might have been a little too low. It was one more step than I'm used to taking, but I mean, when you could see the fire egg going to the switch, it looked absolutely fine. There was no way that that was missing. Both players with really fast plateaus. And no bonks yet coming out of jam jars. But did I speak too soon? We'll find out in a few seconds. Okay, no, I did not. Both Dick and Icup are out of Pine Grove without any bonks. Icup not turning towards the disciple to get the text from him quite yet. Now we got both players watching the same cutscene, so they're basically tied. Icup gonna be the first one going into his Mayhem Temple puzzle and see what kind of split up he gets here. That's not bad, actually. Icup going for all those same pieces in the order that I would have. Ooh, just barely misses out on a 93. Meanwhile, Dick getting a little unlucky with his puzzle split up. I mean, it looked pretty good, to be honest. That looks like a 91 out of Dick. It's hard to see because of the little bar there, but I mean, it looked like a little point of a 1. All the timers are going to be a little bit mysterious. Yeah, I can't believe Icup missed the 93 on that puzzle. That was like ticking down just as he was hammering that piece. Ooh, I think I can pause the timer. Hey, we got their timers exactly synced now. Great. Alright, Icup gonna be the first one back out, as he's in the lead. And he's gonna be the first one to get to Jade Snake Grove early, so we'll see if he can do it just fine. See if he doesn't get a weird flight pattern that makes him bonk out. Ooh, he jumps a little bit too low. Gonna miss his bill drill. And Icup does the flap over, so he's just gonna flap over to the line. In third person, even, and he makes it in just fine. Dick doing the flap over, but he does it in first person. It's interesting seeing all the different ways people do it, whether or not they beak bomb, whether they, fly over, first person, third person. Everyone kind of does their own thing. But whatever works, works. Dick not letting go of his control stick before talking to Jam Jars. Yeah, and he knows he didn't cancel the text there. Saw that reaction. That was funny. Pretty good run still coming out of Icup. His best possible time is showing as a 43.09. Which, because he has his splits hidden, may be a sum of best, but I doubt it's a sum of best. Icup with a good jump to the snake. Backs up a little bit just so he doesn't have to readjust or boop the snake. Meanwhile, Dick going for the same thing now. Will he get a good jump off here? Yeah, Dick readjusting himself as well. So both runners having about the same Jade Snake Grove. Icup using a feather at the Jinjo, an extra feather. He's gonna beat bomb to the second note just so he doesn't crash land on that first one. And Icup jumps along the stairs instead of going straight out. Ooh, Dick had a beautiful beak bomb down to the notes, but missed the first note, so he had to jump back up for it. Icup blowing up the door ahead of time. How people do this section just kind of changes. Dick shooting a blue egg and just like, nope, I'll just do it later. Icup is through the treble clef. Ooh, and he's got a fly right above his head. He's gonna have to hope that fly flies away. Ooh, having a big problem with the fly on the far side. Oh, there he is. Bit of a problem with flies for Icup. Dick's got a beautiful view of his flies, though. None of them are too far away, except for that one, but... Ooh, yeah, Dick had beautiful flies. So he's gonna catch up to Icup just a little bit on this section. Lost a little bit here and there along the way. Oh, and he does still have to blow open the door here as well, so... We'll see what happens with prison code. Ooh, Icup gets a first try prison code. He's not stopping for Dick. See what happens with Dick's prison code here. No, not first try for Dick. Alright, second try code. That's not bad. Hey, I mean, he tweeted out. Call me Dick. During this race, it was still Duckhiskhan, alright? Alright, so Icup gonna be heading toward pillars now. I've seen pillars stop a lot of people in the past, but we'll see if both these runners have practiced their pillars. Even the runners with good times in the tournament have shown some problems with pillars here and there, falling once or twice. And Icup having the best time in the tournament. Clearly will get it first try. Beautiful pillars from Icup. Dick just surfacing in his pillar area now as well, so he's going to be doing the same. Will we see the same out of Dick? Good setup for the first jump. Good jump. Ooh, and he gets it. Beautiful pillars out of both players. Both these runners have had really good Mayhem temples so far. Aside from the beak bomb. The beak bomb from the top of the temple down to the notes could have been a little more optimal. But both these runners having pretty good MTs. I could nitpick more here and there, but it's about not about the little things. Alright, Icup gonna be leaving MT now. On to the puzzles. I kept having an 87 GGM puzzle. Not the best split, but he definitely got better than I thought he was going to with that puzzle. We've entirely watched that one. Let's see how Dick's puzzle goes. Ooh, good puzzle split up for Dick. Ooh, putting that piece a little too high. That looks like an 87 as well. So, I'm going to assume both players got 87s on their puzzles. So no time lost there. Catching up, or staying up. The puzzle split. Alright. Ooh, Icup thought he put it in the right spot, so he automatically started drifting to the next piece, but he was wrong. Alright, 83 out of that puzzle from Icup. I really like Dick's puzzle split up. This one looks like a fun puzzle to do, to be honest. That looked like an 86, but again, can't tell. It was either an 86 or an 84. It looked like an 86 though, which is really good. Like, Dick's puzzle split up for Witchy World, just like all the pieces were like slotted right next to where he had to pick up another one. 86 is a very good time. Alright, and now Icup's going to be moving on to his JRL puzzle. The last puzzle for him of the run. Maybe he'll get to finish it before we get to see Dick start his. Ooh, Icup not letting go of his pieces. Just let it go, Icup, just let it go. Ooh, doesn't pick up the piece. And he's gonna finish with a 79. Just in time for Dick's puzzle to start. Dick not really sure where that piece was going. Alright, that's 77 it looks like from Dick out of the JRL puzzle. So regardless of Dick's time in the last puzzle, something that I really liked watching Dick's puzzle was the puzzle routing. Moving the hand around, knowing where to pick up pieces and move them. Very well thought out on Dick's side. Not to say that Icup didn't do that, but alright, so Icup's going to be running to Witchy World. Dick will be joining him in just a sec. And it really isn't a whole lot to say in Witchy World. Just running around, collecting some notes. Just running around, learning a move. How to turn your camera right as you enter the level here is like something that I see a lot of runners do. And I really like Icup turning his camera mostly sideways, but I mean, when you turn your camera completely sideways like that, it's really hard to run a straight line to the fruity. You don't want to see any wiggles. And I mean, you can use the dirt trail that's on the ground as a little bit of a mark to tell where you're going. Yeah, and Icup did have to take a very long path around the fruity because he started whacking at him. Meanwhile, Dick running up, and then he just like stays still. So it's like there's a lot of little checks and balances to think of when you're turning your camera. Because I mean, it really goes like in any category, in any kind of any kind of run, I guess. It's like, you know, you can turn your camera and reduce lag, and that's great, but if your movement suffers... Ooh, that might hit the ledge. Yep, hit the ledge. Ooh, I kept having to take a couple extra grenades to the button. I'll lose him a little bit of time. If you're sacrificing movement for camera lag, then... Ooh, that might be a little far to the right. Nope, it worked just fine for Dick. If you're sacrificing movement over camera lag, you're not really saving that much time as you would just like keeping your camera in the same position, so just a little something to think of. Alright, so Icup's still with a best possible time of 43:40. Meanwhile, Dick has a 44:12 best possible time, so it's skewed a little bit. I mean, their PBs are, you know, quite a ways apart. So there will be a best possible time skew anyway. But both players are staying really close to their PBs. I mean, with a 44:02 best possible time 44:12 and a 43:36 best possible time 43:40, I mean, what more can you ask for in a race? Like, being super close to your PB is great. Go-huh. Alright, Icup. Gonna get meme signed. Jumped a little bit too close to the signpost. I thought for sure he was gonna take like one extra jump. But then he decided to kind of stick close to the door. Meanwhile, Dick getting a little close. Dick knows where to jump. Jumps a little bit further past the door frame, out of the range of the sign. So he's not going to take any stops there. Icup just leaving Blubbers as Dick is just entering, so they're only one room apart. Probably only like a 20-second difference between the two of them at this point. Alright, Icup going around the octopus. Little high. Oh, but he goes down low, right at the very end. I was worried Icup was gonna eat a tentacle, or eat an arm, I guess. Dick with a nice straight line around the octopus. A little too far to the right at the end, but not a huge loss in time there. Whatever's safest. Yeah. Dick kind of does the octopus the same way I do. Alright. Icup not getting hit by any of the eels. Dick going on... Ooh. Actually, I think Dick might be fine. Oh yeah, he's fine. The eels weren't even looking at him. Yeah, I do it that way in the my tutorial. There are a lot of swims that are always good. Like, I mean, as long as you're making it past, you're fine. But so many of them just keep me like gripping the edge of my seat. Just like you're like, oh man, they're just asking to take a whack, and then it happens. Or they don't make it through and you're just like wiping cold sweat off your forehead. Alright, Dick not getting meme signed. Staying out. Both runners having really good JRLs. Dick also gold splitting his exit JRL split as well. How are both racers typing in chat? They're just so good at their speed games. Icup also got a gold split on his Leave JRL, I just saw there. See the little gold dash on his splits. Alright, we'll see what kind of Klungo luck these runners have now. So Icup started with a red potion, so he's gonna be getting a faster potion than Dick, regardless. Unless Dick gets green, of course. Because Dick can still get a green potion or he can get a red potion. And Icup gets a blue potion, so no green out of Icup. So we'll see if Dick can get a green potion and save another couple seconds. Icup shooting the potions, but doing it in the laggiest way possible. Dick getting a green potion, so Dick has optimal potions. Not for a race, blue-green, but I mean, he did the best shot he could have for a blue potion. Icup getting really lucky on his clones as well, having a nice clear shot at the proper blue potion. Yeah, it doesn't work, Dick. You have to be standing a little further away from the gate to shoot your egg. Yeah, it's okay, Icup. We only missed your Spiral Mountain, but I mean, saw you got the Klungo cutscene skip anyway, so. Look how Dick's timer is cropped like so perfectly. I'm gonna have to fix that. It's cropped so... No, I'm not gonna fix that. It looks good. It looks good. It's cropped so perfectly that the 35 is just barely in the box. No bonks out of either runners this race as well. That's crazy. It's not every day you get no bonks. So this race is coming down to Hag 1. It's pretty crazy, but we'll see exactly what happens. I mean, it's still a long way off for Dick here, but I mean, any mistake is a good mistake when it comes to Hag 1, when you're looking at your opponent. Any missed cycles, extra shots, it's all taking damage to the lasers, taking damage to the uggers. Any small thing is going to be preyed upon. I mean, it's still a long time to catch up, like 20 seconds, so Icup will have to make a mistake here in order for Dick to catch up. Alright, both players back in their files now. It's go time. All that we can hope for is a good Hag 1 between the two of them. Yeah, DL to both runners. DL. Alright, yeah, Dick entering 19 seconds behind Icup into Fuel Depot, so it's 19 seconds worth of mistakes. But we'll see. Icup has a really, really fast Hag 1 for how he does it. Like a really fast Hag 1. So, we're going to find out, Duckhiskhan. We're going to find out who's going to win right here, right now, with this Sunday at the Witch Dome. Wednesday. Wow, that was really fast aiming from Icup. Moving to the side and moving up at the same time is quite difficult. Alright, so Icup just shooting fire eggs. Meanwhile, Dick is going to be doing grenade quick shots. So, we'll see how it goes. As long as Dick keeps his quick shots up for the fight, he'll have a pretty good lead over Icup, but he obviously has to land all of them. Ooh, Dick gets shot a second time. Not saving any time on that one. Watching Icup do Grunty is actually like really crazy how fast he aims. You've got a really good Hag 1 fight, Icup. Dick shooting one extra grenade at Grunty, but still getting the one cycle there. See, look at that. It's like holding both buttons at the same time just for like the perfect amount of time. Like I'm mesmerized every time I see it. Ooh, Dick missing his fire egg. Getting one off grenade. I mean, a lot of people die over and over to Hag 1 by trying to do stuff that they haven't, like, practiced for hours. Like, any hard, like, first-person movement in Hag 1, like, takes a lot of time to get used to. Like, moving and dodging and aiming and shooting all at the same time is, like, really difficult. Well, I guess dodging and moving are the same thing. Ooh, Icup not shooting a clockwork. Cycled one egg too far. Icup's gonna be going for the right battery first. Just to trigger us all. Dick just shooting his clockwork into Hag 1, so he's only a loading zone behind in the cutscene. Dick also going for right battery as well. Ooh, Icup right on the laser. Really close. A little bit far away there when aiming at Grunty, but he makes it work. And he's got his second clockwork in. Meanwhile, Dick just shooting Grunty here. The Ugger body blocks, so it looks like Icup's good going for the battery. Ooh, a second shot to Hag 1 for Dick. Well, it looks from here on out that Icup's going to be the winner of this round. But anything can happen still in the end of the fight. Was that an explosion coming from Icup's stream when Grunty was talking? No, don't stop, Mr. Drill. My lovely lasers. Go get them, doofus. Dick just starting his 15-to-1 phase. Meanwhile, Icup on his last shot. Ooh, takes a damage to the face. Splits a little early, so he's going to be getting like a 44-11. Or maybe a 12 even. 44-12 for Icup. Dick going to be joining right behind with a 44-27. Wow. What a crazy run from both these runners.